I think we're live. I have a very messy craft desk, I have to say. Let's switch this. Hold on 1 second. There we go. I think we've got it. Hello, everyone. Let me know when you're here. And let me move some stuff out of the way. And make sure I'm on here. Say hello. Let me know if you're new, how the weather is in your part of the country, because it's getting a little crazy and we want to make sure that all of our friends are safe and that everything's okay. So we might not have very many people on here. And I tonight have, hi Laura, how are you? Let me scroll down here. I have something fun tonight. Are you ready? Look, a coffin mini album. How fun, right? Seriously. I've had this idea for a few weeks, and I was kind of excited to do this for you tonight, and it's that time of the year. And if you know me, I don't do a lot of Halloween crafting. It's just because I love Christmas so much that I normally jump right into it, and I don't have a whole lot of time. So, hi Tracy, how are you? So, but this was just too fun not to do. Full disclosure, I will say my friend Cody at scrapbook.com sent me some goodies in one of my orders. I placed an order, but then he added a few things to it. And one of them, actually three of them, were these coffin nested dies. Let me show you. Called shape dies. Let me get it straight here because they're all messy. Look how big these are. Seriously. So these are nested coffin dies. And this one is, so this is the largest one. So it gives you an idea, and I'll measure it in a second. So he sent me these. And what else? And then in a bundle, and you don't have to buy them all together, but you can get them in a bundle, and they're a really good deal. So then there's these little ghosts, really cute, with different kinds of faces, pretty simple, but cute. And then these pumpkins, once again, not a lot of detail on these. They're nested, so it's really just the outline. And so, in all honesty, I thought, well, those are really cute, especially these coffins. But I thought, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, because that's not something I would normally use. But the more I pondered it, the more excited I got, because if you go back and look in my live videos, there's a video that we did talking about how to use large focal point dies. And this is a good example of different ways to use large focal point dies. And this is a little bit different because that one was talking about a word and using drop shadows and, using a shadow die cut and stuff. But this one's going to be a little bit different. Once again, how do we use these large, not very detailed dies and really create something cute? So I started pondering doing tags, but I thought a mini album would be really cute. And if you have grandkids, how fun would it be to take some Halloween pictures? And now this isn't very big, so you have to cut them down. And it'd have to be a small picture. But how cute to create this little mini album with fun pictures from Halloween. And so I also wanted to show you how to use these dies in different ways, because they don't quite nest as much as I wanted them to. And I'm going to show you how I did this. So first of all, you see I created lots of different ephemera and did some stamping today. And I have those in my little stack and sort trays, which I love. from scrapbook.com. They'd been sold out for the longest time, and I finally, I want to keep these out because it was something I wanted to talk about. They finally came back in stock, and I was able to order them. So until we get to this stuff, let's push this over here and not get it mixed up. Let's talk about this die. So here's what I did. I want to basically take you step by step, but I wanted most of it created. A 4x6 picture would just need to be cut down a little bit, Bonnie. And let's do these measurements. Hi, Melissa. Where did I put my ruler? See, this is what happens. I'm already losing stuff. Oh, and by the way, stay tuned because I'm going to do a giveaway. And I accidentally, I bought this stamp set. I had to buy paper because once Cody sent me that stuff, you know, I started thinking and I thought, hi, Diana. I thought, I don't have any cute paper for Halloween. And so, of course, that turned into another order. But look at this really cute little stamp set. I accidentally ordered 2. It's just called Trick or Treat. I accidentally ordered 2 of these with the dies. Now, if you're not lucky enough to win this as a giveaway, guess what? I think this is only like $19.99 for both the stamp set and the die. And, you know, normally a stamp set would be $15.99 on its own. I think I saw right before we went live that this is $19.99. Don't quote me, but really good deal if you don't win and you want to go purchase this. It's really cute, and it's got all these little sayings plus these cute little doodads that you can stamp. And so I used them to, I just created some quick like ephemera. I stamped it and then heat embossed it on colored cardstock. You could also heat emboss it and then ink over it. And so I did some of those things already. I also ordered the pops of color it came in this trio of orange, black, and purple. And I also want to talk to you towards the end about creating your own enamel dots. So there's so many things going through my head. Sometimes it's scary. So anyway, that's what I got. And also I had ordered this cute die set. If you do not have this, it's a fantastic kind of funky, adorable, I'm looking, hold on, alphabet set. And you know what? I'm like, what's going on? I made a mistake when I ordered this. Darn it all. I thought this was the alphabet, and it's not. Look, it's called Joyful. And like I wanted to do boo in letters. There's no B in there. Welcome to my world. So that stinks. But there's an alphabet set that looks very much like this, and it does have the little letters. So there's capital ones there. So okay, we're okay. I can still do boo in these. They're just not going to be as big as these. So I need to go see if there's a larger alphabet set because it's cute and funky, and that's what I wanted. So I got that too. And then look at this. How cute. It's called Spooky Pattern Paper Collection. I don't have this on the supplies list because I didn't find it. But hi, Kathy Dodd. But I'll add it to the list. It's called Spooky, and it's got really cute paper. Look. So it starts out with kind of like Day of the Dead, which is a Hispanic Latin holiday. And then these cut aparts, and the back side is just as cute as the front side. And there's some solid colors in here. So look at the back side of that one. That one's really cute. I loved that one. And here's an orange. Look, it says spooky, spooky, spooky in cute colors. Cute pumpkins. I loved it for the pinks. Isn't the pink cute with the gingham? And this is like a golden color. And there's a solid, which is always good when you have a pattern paper to have a solid or something to layer. And then we have the cute black and whites. So look at the eyes. with the skeletons on the back. So cute. So cute. So I got that too. So let's back up just a little bit because I want to talk about how, now let's hope I can find it. First of all, when you get an ink pad like this and you think you're going to stamp, how do you match inks to it? Well, I pulled out some of the solid colors because that really gives you a good idea. And then some of the pattern paper that had, like this one, it had the darker pink, the lighter pink, the orange, a little bit darker orange or red, and even the yellow color, the goldeny color. And then look, there's even two different color oranges here. So how do you go about matching ink colors to it? Well, here's what I did. Let me talk about this process. So I pulled this out. I pulled out the solid color one so it would really let me compare. And ended up that I didn't need as many ink colors as I did. Hi, Lisa. And but here's what I did. So I pulled this out, and you all know, if you follow me, that I do my ink swatches in coin pockets, thanks to Jennifer McGuire. And I started, you know, my first choice is always my Catherine Pooler inks. So I started pulling swatches and comparing to the colors in the paper. And a lot of the colors did not match up as well as I wanted. Let's see if I can find them now. I'm looking, hard telling where my, here are my swatches. So I started pulling swatches and they didn't match up exactly. So I kept going to look for other companies that matched a little bit better. And here's the thing, like I kept wanting to pull party dress. If you're a Catherine Pooler fan, you know, party dress is in the party line. It's more saturated, clear, and vibrant, but it just didn't match that a lot. And what I decided was this is a little bit more of a red violet. And so I started looking in other collections. And one of my favorite pink collections of all time is from Altenew. And it has this Pinkalicious and it has Razzleberry. And I liked, does it match perfectly? Not at all. It's still a little bit off. But there comes a point where you just have to make a decision and it'll be close enough and no one will know the difference. And I always like to pull lighter colors in so I can coordinate lighter and darker. So I pulled the Catherine Pooler Cotton Candy. Does it match that perfectly? No, because actually this color has a hint of gray in it. It's a little bit more, you would say, on Catherine Pooler's spa line, but that's not my favorite color pink. So I pulled these other colors that match pretty well and pulled them because I liked them and they'll match well enough. No one's going to complain. But I wanted to show you, I did pull this one too because this is the Stamp Market. I don't own a lot of those colors. However, this color matched very, very well to that pink. So if you like those tones of pink, it matches perfectly. That one's Tea Berry. So just don't stick with one line of ink colors or inks just because they're normally your favorite. Definitely go through the other ones you have and look for colors that coordinate. And that's how I go about picking the colors if I were doing more ink blending. I ended up not doing that, but because I swatch, it definitely helped pick other colors. Once again, these oranges did not match, but I didn't have any other oranges that matched exactly. So I liked these and I thought these looked good enough. Plus, I pulled this orange red color called Heartbeat from Altenew because if you could see it, which you probably can't now, there's little lines and there's this darker color orange red. And I thought between Mandarin Spice and this Heartbeat, I could get something, you know, in that line that it would coordinate well enough. So then I also pulled Goldenrod. I don't know where that swatch is, from Catherine Pooler because that matched almost exactly this yellow. Plus I always pull lighter colors to coordinate. So I pulled Whipped Honey, I pulled Tiara, Shea Butter in case I wanted to do like a gradient. So I always pull a lighter color with a darker color, even though the darker color is what matches the paper. Let's see what else. And then of course I pulled black because there's a lot of black in there. But also, and let's look at one more thing, and I know this is getting probably way more detailed than most of you wanted, but my crazy thinking, let me find it. If you have seen me talk in other videos about pulling inks, I always consider the browns and grays neutrals. No matter what colors you're using someplace else, normally a brown or a gray will go with it, okay? So they kind of don't count. So blacks, browns, grays. So I also pulled macchiato, pebble, hoodie, because of course with the black and the grays would go well. And finally, because I have pumpkins with little stems, I thought we might need some greens. So I pulled more of olivey greens, and I'll show you why. When we look at Catherine Pooler's color wheel, and just pretend this is anybody's color, this is just a color wheel. Most of the colors I pulled are on this side of the color wheel. I pulled some red violets. I pulled some pinks that were actually considered reds. I pulled oranges. And you notice some of the ones that I pulled are spa colors, a little bit more earthy. Then we pulled goldenrod. So the greens that are right there next to goldenrod are eucalyptus and green tea. So they kind of stayed right here next to, they're analogous to these golden colors. And I know that they're going to work pretty well, partly because they're here next to these yellows and it's on this side of the color wheel. So those greens all look really good. So that was my thinking. And a lot of these colors do lend themselves to being more earthy and like Catherine Pooler's spa collection. Definitely this pink would be considered one of her red in the spa collection. A little more like rose petals or pink champagne. Okay, so long explanation, but there's some background information on how I picked the colors and how I often go about picking colors to coordinate with pattern paper when, like Catherine Pooler lists her ink colors on the package. That's how I go about matching it without that kind of guideline. I hope that helps some people. We could make about 10 videos out of this one live tonight. So that was my little spiel on picking ink colors to coordinate with pattern paper. Okay, now let's talk about this nested die and the coffin. The other thing is, let's talk about making a mini album out of shaped dies. How easy would it be and cute to make a shaped tag or card or tag or mini album out of this pumpkin? Super easy, right? Just leave it connected here. Don't run it all the way through. Or you can do what I did and create a little tab to hold it together like we do in mini albums. All right. So I use the coffins, and these little ghosts would be cute because look how big this one is. I really need to find my ruler so I can tell you the sizes. And I think scrapbook.com might list the sizes on the website, but this will give you an idea. This is kind of a big one. This one is almost exactly, this big ghost is 5.5 inches long and about from side to side a little over 4 inches wide. So that's like almost, you know, pretty much the entire size of an A2 size card. So if you create a shaped card from it, like at the top, leave the top not cut. And hi Flora, how are you? And it's gonna fit in an A2 size envelope, right? And then it comes with these dies that all you have to do is cut them out of black cardstock, and look, it makes these cute faces. So here are the stems that I was talking about. If we needed to color them with the greens, that's why we've got that, or brown, whatever works for you. So here's the deal with these coffins. Take a look at them and let's measure this one. Here we go. This coffin is almost 6 3/8 inches long. So way bigger than an A2 size card. and the widest point is about 3.5 inches wide. So you see how big it is. It would make a fantastic tag, anything like that. But here's the thing. So when we die cut it out, let me see if I have I think I have a solid one. This is the size, okay? That's the size. But for my cover of my album, I wanted to create this shaker tag. Well, here's the problem. When it says it's nested, you notice that the next size down does not perfectly nest with the big one, right? It's not perfectly sized to maybe cut a shaker. So but when I cut it out, and look, I use this really cute sparkly paper. It's close enough, and it gives me a frame that no one's going to say, oh, it's a little bit bigger at the top and a little bit bigger at the bottom. So I wanted you to see that. And it's not even perfectly lined up, this edge with this edge. But look, it looks cute, and no one's going to notice. It's still a coffin, right? So that's what I did. So I wanted you to know that. Now, when I pulled paper to cover the inside pages, I'll show you this trick in a little bit, because I had to trim this down because the nested die would not have covered enough of the black, kind of like when you're covering a mini album page, right? So I'll show you how I trimmed that down and how I did this. But let's go ahead and work on the cover, and then we'll move on to the rest of the book. So I already did this, so because most of you know how to make a shaker. I cut the frame. I just showed you how I cut it out to cut the middle out. I cut a backer piece out of black. I hope I can find it. Let me try to find it. I have such a pile going on. Hold on. I had cut one. I might need to cut another one because who knows where it is in the pile. Give me just a second. It's no big deal to cut another one. Okay, let's cut one. I may have used it for my book. Here we go. So just cut it out of the largest one. Put that away. So did I see Lisa and Stacy? Is everything still okay? I know Bonnie said she's at the front end of it. She's now getting rain. And I know with the bad weather, a lot of people are watching out for tornadoes. So please, everyone, be safe. I'm glad that everybody's here has power. That's good. What's on everybody else's craft desk? What are you working on? I know a lot of people are working on Crop and Create. I was with a bunch of my friends this past weekend. We did the stamp market online retreat, and we all went together and crafted, and it was so much fun. And so I know Diana and Lisa and Stacy and did Kathy too or not? I don't know if Kathy was working on it or not. Working on Crop and Create, and they had all kinds of homework to do. Okay, so here's what we've got. Here's my background, okay, and it'll give it more sturdiness since it's the cover. And then I cut 3 different, actually 2. I used one of the other ones, backgrounds, and I thought we'd see what we like, because I also wanted to create my own shaker mix. So here's the plan. We're going to use this shaker, and then I think this ghost will look really cute. Look how cute he is if we put him on the cover. And let's see which one. I really am drawn to the spooky, but I think the eyes are really cute too. So let's zoom in just a little bit. So there's option 1. Now remember, When you start adding shaker bits in and you have kind of a busier background, it can kind of get crazy. But since you're not going to see a lot of the shaker because of the ghost and a sentiment, it might be okay. So there's option 1. And option 2 with the eyes, and because it's black and we add shaker, that one might work well. Let's think about mixing. Believe it or not, I have no Halloween mixes. I need to create one for my Etsy shop, don't I? So I thought I just pulled these. I think these were originally Doodlebug, and I just thought that we'd create a little bit of a mix. Ooh, this is going to be a lot. So there's some black and silver. Can you see that well enough? And some white. Let me get it open. Ooh, stuck to my finger. I put lotion on my hand right before I went live, so that's what I get. So there's some white. That looks good. More white than black now. Let's put some of this pink in, and then we'll put some orange in. This matches the pink in the paper very well. We need a bigger jar in a second, a bigger holder. And let's put some orange in here, just a little bit. Ooh, that's going to be pretty because it's got all different colors of orange. That's cute. I don't like the brighter color pinks in the mix, but it's okay. You know, if we wanted to get picky, we could go through and pick those out, but I don't have time tonight. Okay, what do you think? That's kind of cute, right? And it matches our paper very well. There, some of the blacks coming to the front. How about that? What do you think? Bonnie, you signed up for Crop and Create and you're not doing, that is funny. Bonnie, what's going on? Okay, let's get, just put a little bit more of the black in here. There, just a little bit. It's a funky green color, take that out. Okay, there we go. So, if we look at this in the background, let's see, let's put some here and see if we like it. So that looks kind of cute. It just puts a little bit of color in there. You get some pink, or let's see if we put it here. What do you think? What's your opinion on that? Anybody have an opinion? I'm taking these bright pink ones out. I don't like these. Give me your opinion. Everybody vote. Much better. Now it's perfect. It's got some darker kind of burnt orange. It's got the medium orange. It's got those pinks in there. Who's got a vote? Do you want spooky or do you want the eyes? Somebody tell me. But I like that mix. That works. Not as pretty as like if I created my own with colors I picked, but Lisa says the lighter background. Boom, we're going with that. Thank you. Okay, so let's trim this just a little bit. Do I need to? Yes. I'm going to trim it just a little bit so that it doesn't show if we don't get it quite right. I'm just going to take my big scissors. Another reason why I love my Tim Holtz big scissors. And we're just going to trim a little bit off the edge. There's another Lisa. Hi, Lisa. I can just follow kind of the edge of the scissors and take some off each edge, right? Not a lot, because we don't want to be able to see. And I could use my paper trimmer, which is what I did for the pages inside the album to trim the pattern paper. But I'll show you that in a minute. I wanted to make sure I got our cover done. Take a little bit off here. Okay. And I've already put my acetate window, cut the window out, put the acetate on because I didn't want to forget tonight because I did that the other night. And I've already got doubled foam on there. You know, I love those little 1/8 inch foam strips. So I've already got that on there too. And let's go ahead and make sure I didn't trim too much. No, I did not. It should be perfect. Okay. And get this adhered. So how many people are doing crop and create? Because I missed it. Hi, Karen. How are you from Iowa? Thanks for joining us. We are making a mini album with some really cute large dies and coffins. Cute but spooky. And look how cute this paper is, y'all. Look at the cute colors in that. And I never would have picked that goldenrod color, but it's really cute on the paper. So I love it. Let's get these off and get this on here. So put this on the background and we'll have a nice sturdy cover. You could even put a couple sheets of the black. This is a really heavyweight black cardstock. So it'll be good, but you could put another sheet if you wanted to. Okay. Now let's go ahead and add, and don't be cheap. Now I got to go pick out all those pink ones again that I don't like. Because if you're going to shake it, you want it to shake, right? And don't, you know, think you can't go through and pick colors out that you don't like in a certain mix. That's fine. It's your card. And I'd rather take the time, because if not, that bright pink color is going to drive me nuts. So there. Look at that. And I have to tell you, I got to show you this color that's in here that I'm really liking. First of all, some of the pinks are cute. Can you see that color? It's like orange metallic. It's a really cool color and it's perfect for this mix. So I love it. So make sure that you have everything in the middle and it's not going to mess up your frame. And I'll get my little anti-static tool so that it doesn't stick to the sides. If I can find it. Never mind. Who knows where it is? I probably took it this weekend and haven't unpacked it yet. I thought I did. Here it is. This one. I never use this anymore, but my favorite thing to use it for is on the sides of adhesive so that our sequin mix doesn't stick. Okay. There's that. Now, peel off. Don't get any fingerprints on your window. I hate that. Pull the foam off. So if you're new, tell me, why'd you click on? Did you see us on YouTube? Did you come here from Facebook? I would love to know what caught your eye. That'll help in the future, right? So now, let's try to get this without sticking my head in. I'm going to move this down a little bit. Do the best I can. Oh, I think that's pretty good. Okay, and then get your bone folder. Get it all stuck down. Really well. I like this little glitter paper. It's just an old one from, oh my goodness, years ago, I think when I first started crafting. Look, how cute. I think those colors are perfect. Look, they really go well with it, don't they? And I think if we had tried to add a yellow in, that would have been too much, right? So just because there's yellow in the background, don't think you have to add every color if you're creating your own sequin mix. Sometimes that might be too distracting, kind of like if I had left in, hello, the neon pink, and I don't know that it's going to show up for you, but in person, that this pink right here is neon, and I don't think you can see it. So that's why it was bugging me so much. So there we go. Cute, right? Okay, let's, oh, she discovered us from, Donna discovered us from SBC Fest. Well, Donna, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. I really like that card. I hope you did too. And I have to tell you, I pulled that die set thinking you can even use that for ephemera to layer things up, just to kind of add some background pieces on something like this. It doesn't matter that, you know, you could die cut it out of black, make a black flower, make an orange flower, pink ones, you know, just whatever, just as a background filler. Okay, how cute is that? We could have added a little bit more shaker, but it's okay. And then, like I would put, let's see, put our little ghost here. We don't want to cover up the whole thing, right? But he can go here. And then, you know, it just depends on what you want to do. We could add, I think trick or treat would be cute, right? I really like that one. Maybe put a shadow on that, use the die, and let's die cut a shadow. Oh, what do you know? There's my original extra coffin. Found it. Okay, let's die cut. I love to do some shadows. Even this big ghost, look how cute this is. Did I cut a big one of him? Maybe not. As a shadow. Really cute to create a shadow with him. And I'll show you that too. We'll do it in a second. What am I doing? Cutting the ghost. Lost my train of thought. Okay. Now we're doing trick or treat for this one. Coordinating dies for the stamp set. I feel all out of whack tonight, everyone, because, oh, this is the new one. This is the giveaway. If you came in late, we're doing a giveaway of this cute stamp set that I accidentally ordered 2 of. Okay, here's my trick or treat die. Do I want to do it in this? No, let's do it in a pattern paper. Let's do it in this. This will be cute. Just as a little something extra. And then we are going to do our ghost in pink. Let's see if I've got the solid pink color. I have a gingham. Let me pull it out. There it is. Okay. Let's do this one, shadow with the eyes, which you're not going to see the eyes. It's just going to add a little bit of interest in the background. And that's something that definitely in the last video on large focal point dies, I talk about. I love to do a shadow. And sometimes you don't think about it, but it really does add just a little bit of something. So look, so we go from just that, and if we add a shadow to it, look, it just adds a little something more. Now that one's pretty busy. I think I have it upside down. Yeah. This is kind of a busy paper. So you may or may not want to use that one. It's something we need to think about, right? Might be too busy. So let's see. We're going to do a black one. Just for grins. And you know what I discovered, because I'm late, I'm lazy sometimes. I could cut through two because my Empress die machine is that awesome, right? And then I didn't have to run it through twice. So we're going to do that. I don't want a pink one. Don't want pink for that. I need a medium orange, and I'm going to use a colored cardstock. And I love the magnetic mat for my Empress because it holds it in place. Goldenrod may have worked for this, but I decided I didn't want the pink in the background. Pink we're going to use probably for our ghost. Oh, look, I fibbed. Did not cut through. Oh, almost 2 pieces of cardstock. It did. It's a little bit, it's not going to be as perfect because this is thick cardstock, but it did. Okay. So you could even do a double stack. That was one thing we did from the stamp market that I really liked. I don't often do a double stack, but just a little something, something shadows. You could do that. And my eyeballs are upside down. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No one's going to notice because let's try this way. I'm mumbling to myself, I know. Look, you could do that. That's cute with the black, double black layer. Or another orange layer if you wanted to. I kind of like the double black layer better. But see how just adding in another layer of that black kind of broke it up, and now the eyeballs weren't so crazy. I do too, Flora. I like that, and I like the solid black breaking up the busyness of the eyeballs, but yet the double layer looks good. So keep that. Don't get rid of it, right? This is what you have to do because this is our cover and we want it to be as cute as possible, right? Now let's get a ghost. I keep pulling that one. Let me put that in there so I don't lose it. And let's pull the ghost. And I believe it's that one. Okay. Let's do this one in pink. Solid colors in the paper pack are also the reddish orange and the dusky pink and that goldenrod color. I'm saying goldenrod because that's the Catherine Puller yellow color that I matched up. And remember, that's in your background. You could do that. We might even like that for another shadow. Stick that on there. Now, do you see how the ghosts are a good example, especially like this? There's no nesting die that is going to be easy for you to create a shaker with the ghost, just so you know. But the smaller sizes could probably work. Okay, so something to think about if you were really wanting to create a shaker. So, oh, the dogs are going to bark now because Gaby's home. I don't know if you can hear them or not. Oh, Oscar knows his boy is home, so he's really going to bark now. See how cute that is just by making that little shadow? It really takes it to another level. So put him on there so you can see Spooky, and then we'll layer these up. Okay, everybody got quiet all of a sudden. So let's get him on there. Not a lot, just a little bit of a shadow. Okay, and then let's get these layered, and we might pop them up with some foam, because you know I'm all about that. Okay. Oh, now Hagrid's going to bark. And you could even pop this one up with foam, right? And not the other ones. So, trying to think. That might be cute. Let's do that. I'm going to have to ask Gabe to go. I must have left the bedroom door open. Let's get some foam tape. Hey, Gaby. He's probably in his room now. I know, isn't it cute? So cute. I like it too. Thanks, Donna. Thanks, Flora. He is really cute. And I just love pink for Halloween. And I love purple. Purple's not so much of a stretch, but I don't think most people think of pink usually. But I tell you, one of my new favorite color combinations, and if you would have said this even a year ago, I would have said no. Bright pink, like this kind of pink, and bright orange. Oh my gosh, my new favorite color combo. And you know what it looks perfect with is navy blue as a background. Like stunning. It is absolutely hands down my new very favorite color combo. So I told my friends this weekend, you're probably going to see a lot of things created with those color combos in the future. Okay. So let's get this on here. Now we've got that. Look how cute. Seriously. Now, if we created our shadow here, then make sure you create your shadow going this way on this one. Okay. I'm trying to think if we even want to pop up our ghost on foam too, but probably not. That'll make it too much. So if we put that there, and let's put our ghost going here. Either you need to put it way up here so that you can see the top of the ghost, which I kind of like, but then it covers up a lot of our shaker. And I want you to be able to tell it's a coffin. Maybe if we turn him going this way, see, all this white is what I'm not liking. So we're going to pull him down and maybe go this way. What do you think? I think maybe like right there might be good. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And he's going to hang off the side a little bit. So let's glue him down. Let's glue this to him, and then we'll be able to tell where we want the other thing. Now, your shadow is going to mess with you on where you want to center it. So now we know where we want to go on our ghost, and you have wiggle room, so it's okay to pick it up. See, I already have glue on there, but that's okay. And we're going to add it on this side of our ghost. Am I right? Yes. I was thinking about how it would go when we flip it because, you know, I don't need glue on that side. Okay. Now, get this all back down. Now let's get a block on there. And weight that down and give it a chance to dry. Now, of course, cute little bow on here, anything like that. You could even, some other things that I pulled, let me think. Stamp set. I'm looking for the stamp. Oh my gosh, my desk is such a disaster. In the stamp set, there's a cute little bat, and maybe, you know, I'd put a couple of those on here. Where'd it go? This is what happens when I start pulling too many things out. I did pull butterflies because who says you can't do a butterfly in orange or black? I actually have seen some really cute Halloween decorations on Pinterest, and it's with a lot of monarch butterflies. And oh my gosh, I loved it. So very cute. Okay, now, oh, there it is, finally. You should see this disaster. Just shove that to the side. Look, so we could pull out, I was hoping there was maybe a little spider on a thread, but there's not. But look, there's the little bat. So we could put him, we could stamp that and cut it out and put that on there to finish the, or even little stars. Really cute on the front, even a little celestial moon, whatever works for you. And even some of these other little sentiments, if you wanted to layer them on. Let's see if he's stuck down. I think so. There we go. So lots of ways to finish this for sure. Let me put this in here. That's the new one. I'm going to put it here. I'm a mess tonight, everyone. I didn't go live last week, and I can tell. Like, serious mess. So I apologize. And I did get excited today for this live because of how cute this little album is. So here we go. So there's that. Now, here's how we need to add this on to this. And this is how I created the rest of these pages. Take a little 1-inch strip of black, and I measured this from here to here so that it would be about that long, right? And we're going to add 3/8 inch tape. And this is just how you create the mini album. Any kind of mini album. You make a little strip like this. There's different ways to do it. This is one way, I should say. So 3/8 inch tape on both sides of the little mountain of your folded piece. And this is 1 inch total, and then score it in the middle at a 1/2 inch. Okay. So make the mountain and you put tape on both sides. Now, I messed up because I went ahead and I got so excited that I put the paper on here. And the thing is, look, when I put this down, it's going to cover this up and it should be behind it. So I'm not going to do this unless I can slide it under here, but I doubt it. Let's see if I can fix this. If you have unglue, or you have I think it's called unglue, you can try to use that, but I'd rather not. I'm going to, let's just see if I can fix this. I think maybe I can. If I slide this under here, under the tape, I might be able to put my little thing under here. So let's try it. This is what not to do. I got so excited to cover most of the book and I only left the back of the cover to show you, but I got ahead of myself because I forgot the little flap needs to go on there. Okay. So I'm going to slide this under here and you want it to be even with the edge of the book. And normally I would lay it flat on the table, but I'm going to eyeball it this time. Okay. And now put it down. That worked. I slid it under there, so we're okay. You can see more of it than I normally like, but once you put all your doodads on there, you won't notice. So that's our hinge. Okay. Laura. Story of my life. Now we're going to take this tape off. We've already been on for almost an hour. That's crazy. Now, normally I would lay it on the table and line these up, but now my ghost is kind of in the way. So I'm just going to eyeball it as much as possible. Okay. And then you always want to burnish down each page. And there we go. So that's how you do the hinge. See that? And then once we cover it in the paper, you won't really see it. And then when you get all your little ephemera and doodads on there, it'll be covered up. So there's that. And then here's my piece that we're going to layer in here. But remember, the dies don't nest perfectly. So here's how I trimmed the paper to fit the largest die. Okay. Because remember, the next one doesn't perfectly go in there. Okay. So let me move this stuff and get my trimmer. I like using this Fisker's trimmer because it's got the little lines to the right of the cutting line and I can line it up. So I'm going to use the black cobwebs. And all I did was take an edge, and can you see over here? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Here's my cutting line. And then here's the is it 1/8 inch? Nope, that's a 1/4 inch. So there's my 1/4 inch. It's much easier if you add a little bit of repositionable tape. It'll hold it on your trimmer. Line that straight edge up there at that 1/4 inch. Kind of stick it down, and you're going to trim off that 1/4 inch. Okay? Turn it to the next straight line. Put it down, trim that, and just go all the way around. And it's easier if you do that. If not, you'll forget what edge is done and which one's not. Hold on, my blade came out. Okay. There are a lot, these blades get dull pretty quickly, but I have to tell you, there are a lot of uses for this little trimmer. I've had this one for a long time, and if you know me, I've had a bajillion trimmers. I've tried them all, and my favorite by far heavy duty one is my Rototrim. But for things like this one, he's used a lot, I have to tell you. Cuts a nice straight edge. You can see exactly where it's going to cut. And then we're back to that first straight edge. And that's how you trim it equally all the way around. And it's real easy with these. It's going to be even. And one final thing, if you're an album maker, you know that a finishing point is always when you have paper that has a white core. Just one little professional finish is that you ink it, right? See the difference? See the white edge? No white edge. You have to be careful because your ink stays wet for a while, so don't smudge it. If you look closely on one of the pages, I got a smudge on one of them. And this is a big tip when you make albums because it makes it look finished and professional, especially if you're going to sell albums. Always take the time to finish your edge. See the difference? There's my white edge, no white edge. and up against black cardstock, it really makes a difference. Okay, now wave it around to get that dry. See, I thought y'all would like that because I had to think about it today, right? And it's actually so simple. But that's how you can trim it when you don't have the nested die to cut the paper. Okay, we're drying it. Now let's tape it. The other thing is when you're making an album, if you put your tape as close to the edge as possible because you don't want your edges to curl up. You want it to be adhered all the way around. And then all you have to do is eyeball it, center it as much as possible. And get your paper on there. Now we've got a little book. Now our cover definitely needs a little bit more zhuzhing, but I'm not going to do it right now. So there are pages. And I was just going to show you, I think, was I going to do it on this one? So like we did on the cover, I just wanted to shadow these. I pulled 3 for my cute little ghost. And on the inside, I won't use foam because you don't want a lot of bulk, right? So no foam, but I am layering these up. So let's get this done. I'm going to do the pink and then the black. And what do I want to do here? This one, I was going to go this way. I don't know why. That's just what I was thinking. So make sure you go that way on all of them. And look how cute he is on this one. He's a little bit smaller than the one we used on the front. He's cute, right? Now you see how cute he is. That is adorable with the black and the pink. Now, let's layer these up. Now, this one, look what I did here. This one's a pumpkin, and I cut him out of the cardstock. And then I cut, like, look at this cute one. This is how you make all your little ephemera for layering. Look, if you were just using a pumpkin, you could layer those up. But I cut the little top of the gourds with some black. So don't be afraid to use all your little pattern paper. Let me get him out. And we need to glue him on. Look how cute the pattern paper is. And if you look, let me see if I can find it. The pumpkin paper has the top of the pumpkins in black on one of the pages. I'm looking to find it. I forget which pattern it is. Candy corn's really cute too. Let me find, I'm looking. Here it is. Oh, it's our background paper. Look. See the little top of the pumpkins is black? That's what gave me the idea. So I just cut that out of the black. Stick him on there. And look how cute he is. You know it's a pumpkin now, right? Wouldn't that be even cute? You could almost think of that as a witch's hat. I think it kind of looks like one. But look how cute he is. Really cute out of the pattern paper, right? So I have that one and use that as a layering piece behind your sentiment even. So let's get this one layered up. Make sure your shadows are going the same direction. Going from this direction now. Okay. And then look. So just like that, okay, that'd be okay. Look how cute it is when we layer it. That would be fine, right? But look what happens when we put it in front of a pumpkin. Seriously cute, right? I just love that one. I don't know why. Just work with me here, right? That little pumpkin is so stinking cute, and it adds so much behind that. Now, normally you will hear me say, especially if we were creating a card, that everything should be connected, and the eye then knows where to go. But for some reason on this one, kind of putting it, I think it's because the coffin automatically goes down. The fact that maybe these are separated a little bit and not as overlapping, your eye already knows which way to go. And we could put the pumpkin kind of over top of the ghost. So whether you use pictures or, however you want to decorate your pages, or put a picture on one page and, do some ephemera and little doodads on the other page. Let's get these glued on. It would be really cute also to create a pocket. I don't know if you know how to create a pocket. It's pretty easy. And then have like a ghost that you can pull in and out, especially if you're giving this to a grandchild or something. They love all the little interactive bits. So you could create a pocket and they could pull money out. They could pull a gift card out, depends on who you're giving it to, or even just some other little ephemera, like a little ghost coming out of it or something. So think about that too. I got a little thing on my ghost. I don't like that, but it's a little dirty spot from my glue fingers. So let's put him up here. I don't want him too far down. And don't put him covering up your seam either, your fold. And now let's put this on here right at the bottom. Make sure it's on straight. This book's hard because we're right in the back and it doesn't want to lay perfectly flat. So let me pick it up and look at the bottom. It's going to be at an angle, so don't let that trick you, right? Because it is. There we go. How cute. Isn't he cute? I need my eraser to get that little thing. It's going to drive me crazy. And I lost my sand eraser, but this one's working just fine. He even has something on his eye. Use your white gel pen, put a little dot in there. The gel pen wouldn't work on the embossing, but look, I used glitter embossing on the boo. I used just regular black because, with a detailed sentiment, the glitter gets chunky and it's hard to read very well. But look how cute he is. So then you just need to decorate the rest of your pages, right? Use a little picture. You could take, like Bonnie said, especially if it's a portrait, so it goes this way 4x6, you can get a good size in there. And you can even use these as a guide if you want the picture to be trimmed out to the size of the coffin, right? Or just use the top and layer cute things at the bottom, right? Isn't that so cute? Oh, Diana says, don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Diana. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I appreciate it. Okay. Are you ready? Now, here's what's funny. On YouTube, it doesn't tell me how many people are on here, which Facebook used to tell me. So I don't know if we can see how many people are on here. But let's do a giveaway for this extra cute little scrapbook.com stamp set that you get the dies and the coordinating stamps. Now, I kept picking up the stamp set. Let me see if I can find it. It's in here. Here it is. Okay, so someone's going to get, I'm looking for the needle for my glue. There we go. We're good now. Okay, someone's going to get this cute little stamp and die set from scrapbook.com. And I did see there were 3 left. So if you don't win and you want to go shopping, like how cute would this little cauldron be stamped in purple or pink, depending on your colors? Don't be afraid to stamp things in like non-traditional colors. This boo would be so cute stamped in purple if you had purples in your paper, or in the pinks for this one. And I just used it on pink colored cardstock and then heat embossed it. Okay. And then there's that cute little bat, and there's a die for it. There's that ghost. So he can add a lot of cute little things, or you could just stamp him right onto backgrounds. So cute. There's candy corn, and I like that there's a little die for all the little pieces, including these little strip sentiments. Okay, so we're gonna do this. You guys know, if you follow me, this is the old-fashioned way. You are going, and this is only for tonight if you're on the live. So if you watch this video later, the giveaway's already done. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. You're going to pick a number between 0 and 100. The person closest to the number without going over is the winner. And I will send this to you. And I'm going to have Alexa do the random number picking. So everybody start commenting. Give me a number between 0 and 100. Okay, go. So there's that. While we're picking numbers, everybody pick numbers. Look at how cute. Oh, I want to show you this. Sidetrack, squirrel. I used my pops of color, and let's see if it's dry. I did this a couple of hours ago. My enamel dots, and I put it on plastic. I think, ooh, look, they're dry for the most part. I love it. When you're doing enamel dots, keep picking colors or numbers. Here's what I do. First of all, if you've never used a pop of color, it does really make great enamel dots. You have to practice. Like, some of these are not perfect for sure. It's not going to be perfectly round all the time. But if you do enough practice ones, you can get some that you like. Especially, this is good to match colors that maybe you can't find regular enamel dots for. So let me show you how I do it. Take the top off. Karen's got 25. Is she the last one to come in? Everybody else have a number picked. You can only pick one number. Only pick one. The number closest without going over will win. Okay, then there's this little red seal in here. You need to take your tweezers and take that out. And that keeps your pops of color from drying out. Then put your tip back on. And here's part of the trick. If you've used things like other drops before, they can get a little pointy in on them. I find that these are a little bit more runny, so they work, but keep them spaced apart. And I try to hold it as straight up and down as possible. And I just squeeze. And you'll want to start practicing, you know, the squeezing and how much it takes. Now, always do a couple practice ones, because now it's gooey from where I used it earlier. So I'm going to take a needle, kind of put that in there. Okay. Clean it off. Okay. Now, do a little practice. You know, see, you always get a little goober out. So don't do it right on your card and think you're going to get a perfect thing every time. See? That's a little goober that came out. Now do a couple practice ones, squeeze them out. There we go. It's coming out better. So hold your bottle straight up and down, and then squeeze out like a little bit. And that was a nice little perfect thing. And you can kind of go around in a circle and kind of pull it up. So I just did these two. Now, if you look from the side, see they've got the little point on them. I don't know if you can see it. It's got the little point, and it's not very flat. Give it a couple flicks, okay? And you don't want to do it too much. I've done it way too much because these are much more runny than other companies. So just a few, and then it's going to spread out even more than that. Look at that. I did a perfect one this time. Can you see that? Yay. those are almost perfectly round. Look how bad my other ones were earlier today. But this one's going to come out perfect. Now, it's going to flatten more for you, so don't give it too many flicks. If you're happy with where it is right now, it's going to spread out a little bit more. But look how perfect that one is. I love it. So you just set it aside to dry. And I did it right on like the plastic covering because let's see if we can get it off now. First, let's put this little thing back in. Okay, Lisa Sachs is probably the last one. Is that everybody? If there's anybody else, you still have a couple seconds. So pop that back in there and then put your top back on, and that will keep it from drying out. And if it gets a little goobery, just take a needle and put it back in there and then put your top on. And these will last forever. You'll get a lot out of that, okay? Now I need to clean off my tweezers. And that's how you create those enamel dots. Okay, anybody else on there? Now I'm going to take a razor blade and let's see if I can pull up, go gently underneath. And yep, see how they come right off? Look at that. Now I've got these perfect, oh, now that one I cut a little bit, so it's not so perfect. So be careful getting it off. I think you could probably use wax paper. I'm not sure. When you do this on here, it kind of pushes the edge just a little bit. And look, we've got perfect little enamel dots to use. Can you see these? Look, perfect. We need to try it on wax paper too, but there you go. That's how you create and you use. I do like pops of color, I have to tell you, more than I like some of the previous kind of dots that have been out for years, because those didn't level out as well as these do. And I do have a little bit of a pointy top on that one, but you would never notice it on a card. I just think these level out a little bit better and look more like a true enamel dot. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to set this aside for this fantastically perfect little enamel dot right there and right there. I'm happy with how those came out. Make sure you set those aside. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Last call for any numbers. Lisa's the last one. We're going to close it right here. No more numbers. Alexa, pick a random number between 0 and 100.
Here's a number between 0 and 100. It's 54.
54. 54. Who went closest without going over? I always need your help in figuring this out. We have 54. I see a 65. That's over. 63 is over. 17. Hi, Gail Schultz. 72. There's 45. Is that the closest? I think it's 45. That is Elena. Elena, I didn't know you were on here. Where have you been, girl? I saw a picture. You went to a football. Did you go to a football game? Broncos. I'm so happy to see you. I've missed you. You won. So, I think I have your address, but if you can Facebook message me, PM me, send me your address, and Alana won this adorable little stamp and die combo because you get to benefit because I'm silly and I accidentally ordered two. So I'm so happy to send that to you. So Alana, Facebook message me your address and I can't wait to send that to you. Give me a few days because I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Oh, she does. She loves the Broncos. Yay. Okay, everybody. I hope I gave you some tips and tricks. I still need to finish this cover. I don't want you to think it's totally done. I think it needs something, right? We're going to zhuzh it up maybe with some bats and stuff. So a cute bow might be cute. And if you made tags out of these, that'd be really cute too. Okay. We learned about like picking colors to go with the cardstock. We did so many things. We did enamel dots with pops of color. We talked about how to trim the paper, even though we didn't have a perfectly nested die. And we made a shaker. We created our own shaker mix. And we talked about doing shadows and even triple shadows and how to use some of the pattern paper and some other ideas for mini albums. And I showed you how to make a hinge, right? So we did lots of things today. So if you have any questions, message me, let me know, write them in the comments, and I'll try to answer. The supplies list is posted in the comments, and you know I always appreciate it if you use my links. And here's the other thing I need to add, because I love these stack and sort trays, and I forgot to put those on there. I am using them all the time now. So thanks everyone. Ooh, Flora's not feeling well. I hope you feel better. Have a great crop and create this next weekend, if that's what you're doing, and any other things that that you have crafty going on this weekend. And everybody stay safe from the hurricane and the bad weather. It's probably going to hit us here in Tennessee, but obviously not like the coastline. So prayers to everyone there who's affected, and stay safe if you have tornadoes in your area. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and I will be live. I should be live again next Thursday night. Okay, bye-bye now. Take care.